Hello guys, Sonic Fan Who 99 here reporting for the Loop Duelists, and I'm gonna do my deck profile of uh, what got me into the top 20 of my well, I would call it my Indiana Locals, but I really don't live in Indiana, so Indiana Tournament. And this is pretty much the deck I used. It has not really changed all that much, besides getting extra copies of certain cards and the extra deck getting shorter, but let's just jump right in. We got three JDs. Three JDs, obviously you need the power for that Lightsworns. I run two Diablos. This three Diablos gets a bit too cloggy, and we already have enough with three JDs up over here. So I don't run three, that would just be cloggy. Two Dragon Rulers. This is mainly for the Eclipse Wyverns and also how you can go into rank 7s and stuff. Still trying to obtain that, but still doing fine without them. One BLS, obviously. It's quite a staple in many decks at this point. Cephion, the Ultimate Time Lord. This is a really good card. You can just summon it just by having 10 different monsters in your graveyard. And more importantly, you can bring out any fairy monster you want, but its effects will be negated, and it gets like 4,000 attacks. So I can just bring back an Honest with 4k. So really, it's a really underestimated card. So moving on from boss monsters, we got three different Luminas. Obviously, we need 3 Luminas to resurrect shit from the graveyard. 3 Raidens, because 1, he is a tuner. 2, he gets pretty much 4 mills if you use him correctly during each turn. And, yeah, he's a very good tuner. I really did like the support that they gave that for them. Only 2 Lilas, because we run Shadal Dragon in this deck, and really that's like 4 different MSTs in here, not to mention she goes into defense. So either way, it's pretty decent. Only 1 Minerva. 1 Minerva, really, like, she's a tuner. She mills 1 if she's milled or sent from the hand to the graveyard. You only need to run 1, really. So, besides, she's good at getting out JD, so that's really only reason for the deck. Wolf, some people think Wolves suck. He's still really good because you can use Foolish Burial with this guy. So yeah. Then I've run 2 Felice. This is very conspicuous. I wasn't really sure of running 1 or 2, but I decided to, in the end, run 2 because, this deck really mills a fucking lot, and 2, it's really nice to have that ability to just pop 1 monster on the field, so. 1 Graganath, the Lightsworn Dragon. This is mainly because of he takes advantage of the fact how you mill continuously in this deck, and like I said, I mill like freaking forever, like it does not stop. So he gains attack for every single card that's been milled in the game, or every Lightsworn in your graveyard. So he is really good. Only level 6, so only requires 1 tribute. 1 Garroth, obviously, you just pretty much free draws for days. 1 Raikou, because people play Skill Drain these days, and most of the time, unless when Skill Drain is out, flip effects they can still be activated. So unless they chain Skill Drain to him, then you can pretty much just get rid of Skill Drain or whatever card is bothering you at the moment, because he goes face down. You get to also mill 3. It's very slow, but when it does come through, it actually does work. Now moving on to the non-Lightsworns, we run 3 Eclipse Wyvern. Like I said, we gotta have those targets for JD and what we call Light Ray Diablos. So yeah, it's Diablos. Yeah. Okay, so we gotta have those targets. More likely, I was thinking of running 2, but I'm still not sure currently. So 1 Dawn Knight, mainly because when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send a monster from your deck, and when he's sent to the from the deck to the graveyard, you're able to just top deck 1 light monster from your graveyard. So it's really, really cool. 2 Necro, 3 Necro just gets too cloggy. Once again, I want to make sure to get that speed and consistency, so only 2 Necro Gardeners are in here. 1 Blackweed, super broken, so many combos you could pull off. If you have a call that's left over, you're able to pull this back. If you have a monster who's been Fiendish Chained or something like that, you can simply chain this, pay 400 pretty much, bounce the monster back to your hand, and Yeah, special summon again. It's really good, really broken when used correctly. So, that's why I use him. One tour bus. I'm still deciding whether or not to take this out, but I think I am going to keep it because it allows you to recycle one card. So, I really like that effect. I just found that one day. I was like, oh, I'm putting it in here. One card trooper, mainly because it's got weak defense, and unless you can combo this by milling the previous card shown, Black Wings of Pharos, then really this card is bad. You're going to lose life points extremely fast with this card, but it does give you one draw, so that makes up for everything. 2 Honest, for obvious reasons. Honest is at 2 now. This is a Lightsworn Light. Enough said. Just enough said. Finally, for the end of the monster, 2 Shaddoll Dragons. 1, because when set down in face down defense mode, this basically acts as a compulse. When milled, it basically acts as a MST. Really do like that. It really is one of the universal effects. So moving on to spells, 1 charge. Really wish they bring it back to like semi-limited. 3 solar recharges. Reason for 3 obviously because you're always gonna get that Lightsworn. Sometimes I do feel like I need less than 3, but at the same time, there's moments where I'm able to just like get draw power. Foolish Burial, obvious reasons. And 1 Guarded Treasure. 1, if your opponent does manage to MST this, you already have 5 cards in the graveyard from your hand. And 2, you already drew 2 cards from its ability, so what this card basically does, you can pause it right here, but I'm going to read it anyway. Activate this card by discarding 5 cards. Draw 2 cards. While this card is on the field, draw 2 cards instead of your normal 1 draw during your draw phase. So this gives you draw power, mill power when it's activated. So even if your opponent MST'd this, you already got the benefit out of it by sending cards to the graveyard. So, moving on to the traps, we run 3 Phantom Knights of the Shadowy Veil. 3 of these guys, because when they are milled... Okay, so basically, people question why I play this when they first see it, but then they get it when they actually read the full effect. Basically, as a trap card, it just gives a monster 300 attack points, but when it's in the graveyard and you're about to take a direct attack, you can special summon any number. So if I have all 3 of these guys milled, I can special summon all 3 of them and pretty much defend me. When they leave, they're banished. However, they also count as a level, so you can go into rank 4 place if you had more than 1 already on the field. So that was really awesome. Breakthrough skill, this is going up high in price. I'm so glad I bought up on them. So, obvious reasons, mill ability, reusability, it's just pretty obvious you need that. Beckoning, like, if you draw this card, you are pretty much guaranteed a win in this deck. Because 1, you're able to get any light monster from your graveyard back to your hand as long as you discard. And really, I don't see how you could lose if you somehow drew this and your opponent doesn't have Royal Decree. So, don't see how you could lose the game. 2 Call of the Haunted. Only 2 because, once again, mill ability, and also clogginess, because like I said, there's not always going to be those cards you're going to be able to bring back. But if you go into Synchro and XZs, these do not go away. This is where you can reuse it with Black Wings of Pharos. Really awesome, really do like that. And finally, 1 Royal Decree. Obvious reason, we do not use that much back row in this deck. Most of the time we mill it. Sometimes we do mill Royal Decree, but when we do not mill it, it really is useful. So finally, we're moving on to the extra deck. Like I said, I have made some changes, took some cards out, but this is what's really working. We got 1 Black Rose Dragon. Then we have 2 Michael the Arc Lightsworn Angel. Like I said, self-explanatory. We just run 2. 1 Aaron Knight Parshat. Once again, it's a fairy type. You can target with Sephion, and not to mention its great ability. So, because, like, it's good against BA in a sense, because it switches them to attack mode or defense mode. And basically inflicts piercing damage if it's in defense. And it's 26, so it's good against getting rid of that Dante on the field. Thought Ruler Archfiend gets rid of Burning Abyss. They literally just nearly give up, because this guy's just... the price is worth it, paying 1,000 just when that happens. Crimson Blader, this is extremely good against many of the decks of this form, like Shaddolls, Quillports, and possibly Nekros. because your opponent cannot summon level 5 or higher monsters. Actually, no, Necros, there's 2 cards that could get around this, I believe. So, not that big, but it's a really good card. 1 Castiel, like I said, we go in for that Rain 4 plays. Levier, I rarely use this card. However, when it is used, I'm able to bring stuff back that I banished, like Eclipse Wyverns and Shaddoll Dragons and stuff like that. So it's really fun, really good to use sometimes. 1 Augusto Emerald for that recyclability. Yeah, all enough said. And finally, 1 Abyss Dweller, obviously for stuff like Burning Abyss, Necros, and all that. So overall, that is my deck profile. Like I said, I made it up to I believe it was 16th place with this deck in Indiana. I live in Chicago, obviously, from the channel name. But, like I said, pretty good deck. I really do enjoy it. Lightsworns are a really fun archetype to play with. And, yeah, I just hope you guys found this useful. If you have anything to say, negative or positive, because I'll honestly accept anything on it, because and also, if you're going to comment on the extra deck, please just leave suggestions on what the extra deck should contain. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like, comment, subscribe. And I will see you guys another day. Peace.